get this going. How long we got until it starts? 6 minutes. Welcome everybody. Welcome to one of my favorite streams. A reactionary stream. It's been a while, YouTube. I promised I would stream at least once a week over on YouTube. Anything that is gameplay related is still going up on Twitch. I've been off Twitch. Just quickly, I've been ill for most of this week. Why can I not find a way to make this any bigger? Hang on. Been pretty sick. Can I make the chat a bit bigger? There we go. There we go. Right, that should be working now. Welcome, hunters. Welcome. Yeah, so I haven't streamed. I haven't done anything this week. I've just been taking care of business and dying, pretty much. But we're here. I'm feeling all right. Woke up at around 3:30 last night to throw up. That wasn't fun, but it is what it is. We're back. I'm back. And we're also on YouTube for some Elden Ring. Doesn't matter how I'm feeling. If Elden Ring news is happening, I'm going to force my way back into life, you know? Dan O'Shea, welcome. Sid, how's it going, man? Good to see you. Joshua, how you doing? Craig, how you doing? Mighty Johnny, how you doing as well? Mario as well with a suggestion. Let me just read this out, saying, Bam, could you make a year overview video at the end of 2021 with all of the best moments from Bam streams? Probably. I can give it a go. The Bum Boys in the chat, how you doing, man? Good to have you as well. Bammington of the year, Bam of the year. We'll see. Passive and Angel up there on the modding duties. Don't know if they're still here, but we are here. Yeah, we got about 4 minutes to go. Really looking forward to this. I mean, we've had some news on this game, but I do like the fact that there's like a whole bunch of mystery around it. Even with leaks and things like that happening, we still don't really know too much about the game, which I think is really, really important. You know, Craig's in the chat. Yes, indeed. I don't know if it's going to be cross-platform as far as the sort of like PvP, maybe link up PvE type stuff's going. But one thing that's really interested me in a lot of the promotional stuff for this is they seem to keep putting a focus on co-op elements. You know, some of the few recent screenshots and stuff we've seen have been very, very focused on the fact that there's co-op elements, you know, and that's been a part of FromSoftware games as well. But I just really wonder how it's going to work out in this new approach. You know, it's kind of like an open world approach. It's a bigger picture. And I wonder if there's going to be sort of like dungeon-y kind of things and almost close to like raid scenarios with certain bosses where you're going to need to actually team up with people. As I said, I'm not 100% today, but we're going to push through. We got about 3 minutes to go. Bam, can you do a top 10 PS5 games of consoles first year? I can do something around PS5. I was going to do more of a like my experience with the PS5, which I thought would be a better way of framing it kind of thing. Because some of my favorite games from this year haven't been completely exclusive to the PS5, even though probably like my Game of the Year contenders pretty much are all in there. You know, things like Ratchet and Clank and Kena and such. But you know, yeah, so I've been thinking about that because we are coming up to now a year since its release, and it'd be interesting to talk about how I think and feel about having a PS5 and the things I liked and what I think it's done really well and things I kind of wish that they would bring over maybe potentially from stuff that was on the PS4. There's a couple things that I kind of wish we had, like communities and things like that, but overall not really anything to complain about, just a nice sort of summary thing. We got 2 minutes to go. The chat's going crazy already. We've got over almost 50,000 people joining as well. PS5 has at least 10 games. I mean, it definitely does. But yeah, we shall see, man. We shall see. Today we are here for Elden Ring. That is why we're here. A year already? I know it's mad, and people still don't have their hands on the console. It's crazy, man. It's absolutely crazy. Is the audio levels all good? Are we all good over here? Is everything working well? Is everybody doing okay? I think the audio levels should be fine. Let me quickly check the other room for settings. Is that all good? Yeah, that's fine. My hair's really big today. I don't know if other people can notice it and stuff, but my hair's like, it's really poofy today. I don't know what to do about it, but yeah, that's all working. We got an excellent collection. We've got under 60 seconds to go. BBZ, welcome to the chat as well. I wish PS5 had themes. So do I, man. I feel like there's something that they could do really easily with that. And I feel like not only could they introduce themes, but they could have like these collector's deluxe super collector editions and stuff come with not only a theme that you unlock for your PS5, but you get panels that match that theme as well. That's how I feel, you know? That's how I feel. But yes, we should be launching any second now. Oh, 46 people disliked it. 46 people have never finished a FromSoftware game, it would appear. There we go. We got over 50,000 people watching as well, because this is big news, man. This is a good example of drumming up, I'd say, like, mystery. Like when you don't reveal too much about your game, it allows people to get a little bit like, ooh, every bit of news that you release is like, ooh. And then there's certain games that give you way too much, like Deathloop and such, where you're like, Brett, how you doing, man? Angel, how you doing as well? Is that a razor? Did you put a razor? Are you saying I should trim my hair down? I did have a shave, though. No Movember for me, baby. Even though I do support the cause, don't get twisted. It's for a good cause. Come on, we're waiting, man. We're waiting. We're waiting here. Come on. Come on, baby. What have you got for me, man? What have you got for me? Caesar, how you doing, man? Hope everybody's doing well. I am very aware. There we go. There we go. We're in, boys. I'm guessing this audio is super loud. They always make the preview stuff so loud. But, there we go. What are they gonna show us is the real question. I really don't know, and I'm really excited for it. Don't trim your hair down, it's your trademark. I'll get it, I get it cut from time to time, it's not off. But yeah, it feels super like, it's up here, you know, it's way up. Yeah, it will level out. The audio will level out the second that this is done. It just... Oh, okay. Alright, okay, alright. Alright, so we had the countdown for the countdown, but this audio levels should be a bit better. Here we go, baby. The funny thing is, I'm in the way of the timer right here. But yeah, is that good audio-wise? At least we got now enough time to test out the audio and other such things. Really should have known that they were going to get us with a little countdown timer. It's the way, isn't it, now? I don't know why you would do this. Why you would set like it's a preview video, right? We've got a logo. We do have a logo. Like, this is a pre-rendered, edited video, so someone's had to put in this bloody timer and stuff. Imagine Bam with a buzz cut. Never again, man. Never a bloody again, I tell you. But are we all good audio-wise and such? Nice. Yeah, so Elden Ring. This music's a bit mad, isn't it? Like, what I find about FromSoftware games is the music's like deliberately disorientating at times, you know? Especially in boss fight scenarios. Like, they'll hit you with like the most over-the-top, panicky, anxiety-inducing level of music. And don't get me wrong, it's all beautiful when you're not listening to it in the middle of a boss fighting scenario. But yeah, like, they always have this music that's just designed to get your sort of like hairs on end and just feel like backed into a corner. So hopefully this is music from Elden Ring itself as well, which is cool. I mean, they're allowing people the opportunity right here to just straight up download and rip this music. So that's not the end of the world. I hate countdowns for countdowns. I hate countdowns for countdowns as well. But it's become the absolute standard in this day and age now to just be like, we heard you like countdowns, so we threw a countdown on your countdown and made another countdown within your countdown, so you can count down all the times you want to count down to. You know, this has got a nice vibe to it, you know. I turn sound off on boss fights, concentrate a bit better. There's been times where I've had to turn the music down 100%, but I still like the sound effects and other such things. Sometimes there's little audio cues as well that can help you out in a boss fight. So especially like Sekiro, like you become conditioned to that sort of red death sound just before it's like an attack you can't block or whatever. So that's really good for helping with your counter or your dodge mechanics. Really been feeling to play some Sekiro. I've been so ill though, I've just been playing like Genshin from my sofa, because it's a nice easy game to play and not think about. Plus all the games I would want to play are completely tied up at the moment in streaming stuff. Like tonight I think I'm just going to do some Death Stranding tonight on Twitch. Guardians I'll get into a little bit later, maybe afterwards, but I think I really want to wrap up Death Stranding in the next week or two, so I need to really get there. We're midway through. I checked the time roughly of how much episodes are, and it seems like that most of the bulk of the game I've sort of got through at this point in time now, and that most of the chapters are fairly short in comparison and such. So we will see. How am I feeling? Generally I'm feeling alright, but I feel massively tired. Like I said, like waking up last night just to throw up, it doesn't leave you feeling good in the morning, you know, it doesn't leave you feeling good the next day. And when you've gone through that for a couple days as well, I've just been completely thrown off, man. Completely thrown off. But I feel alright, man. I don't know if it's something I ate, I don't know if it's a bug that's going around or whatever, but yeah, just a lot of stomach acid problems and a lot of vomiting, which has not been fun at all. But yeah, no, overall I'm doing better. Hopefully be able to get into some more streaming, because I haven't streamed at all this week as well. And I get to a point where I'm like I get withdrawal symptoms from streaming as well, and then I also get like down on myself when I haven't streamed for a couple days. And especially with it being the start of a new month, I've been a bit like annoyed that I've been just absolutely stricken for the first chunk of a new month. But hey, stuff happens, man, and listen to your body as much as possible, you know. Listen to your body as much as possible. Smokey Irish, how you doing? Talon, how you doing as well? Dominic, how you doing? My week's alright, man. How's your week going? How is everybody? It's nice to check in. It's nice to be back on YouTube as well. But yeah, this was the month I really want to get all of the uploads in order and stuff. So hopefully we'll be able to push on with that as well. Just gotta do what you can, man. And when I feel like, when I'm like this bad, like I just have to prioritize actual work, not like personal work, and just get that out of the way and just spend time recovering and such, you know, which is what I've been doing essentially. So yeah, is Guardians of the Galaxy good? 100%, 100%. Like I'm not even finished with the game. I think I'm maybe on episode 6 or chapter 6, whatever you want to call it. And so far it's been awesome. It's inspired me to go back and watch the Guardian movies as well, which I hadn't watched in ages. Number 1 is like one of the best MCU movies out there, and number 2 is actually better than I remember it to be. There's a lot in number 2 that I really like, but it just, I don't really like the main. I don't like Ego as a bad guy. Like, it's a bit boring. But other than that, it's some really good stuff. And honestly, I don't understand how Bradley Cooper manages to bring so much emotion to a little raccoon, but he does, you know. So yeah, I'd 100% go play Guardians of the Galaxy. It's a lot of fun, like a lot of fun. And while it feels like you're in a movie, like a Guardians movie, it's still its own thing, which I think is really cool as well. Kovra, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Sorry to hear you're not feeling good. Thank you, man. I will. Life is hard, bro, but we keep moving. 100% Smokey Irish, man. We keep it moving, man. We do. What do you guys want to see from this gameplay? We got 15 minutes. Like I'm saying, it'd be nice to see how the co-op features are going to come into play with this, but they're probably just either going to walk us through a certain area, or we're going to see walking through a certain area and a bit of a boss. Hopefully. Be very surprised if they just throw us in for a 15-minute boss fight, but that'd be massively appreciated as well. I think it would be definitely looking at sort of the exploration stuff, hopefully. Aroka, how you doing, man? I miss you guys. Hey, man. Welcome back to the chat. The Familam is always here in some shape or form. If you can't find us live on here, we'll be live on Twitch, having a lot of fun over on Twitch. But yeah, it's getting so cold in England at the moment as well. Even I'm sat next to my little heater and I'm still cold, which is not good. But then again, that could be to do with like not feeling 100% as well. So I really can't work it out at the moment. The only thing I do like about it getting this cold in England is our tap water is like ice cold, which is really, really, really good. You know, I just want to see a reason. I just want to see the reason I'll pull my hair out this January. Yeah, I mean, hopefully it's just a general overview, but we'll see. I'm a big Souls fan, so I'm going to play this for sure. I can't wait for this. I can't wait for this. Man, I'm freezing at the minute. It's legitimately, even when it looks sunny as well, like you can go outside with it looking sunny, and then it's just, the sun beats down on you, warming you up, but the cold, icy winds and stuff, like, then freeze you over, so you get like cold, warm sweats and stuff. Like, it's horrible, man. It's hot. It's that worst part of the year where the weather doesn't really know what it's doing correctly, so then you don't know what you're doing correctly, you know. And it's just, which is probably the reason I got sick, you know, going out in that sort of temperature. Like, my body is not designed for it, man. I literally said the same thing about the tap water the other day. Because it's true, man. It's so nice to have, like, ice-cold tap water on tap. But other than that, everything else about the cold weather can get to fuck. I love the cold. It keeps the print shop temperature tolerable. See, that's different. Like, I imagine if you're, like, a blacksmith or something, then cold weather's probably quite welcomed. Because you're getting too hot in your forge and stuff, you know? But for us regular folk that can't handle it, this music is pretty epic, man. How big is the map going to be? How many times a playthrough takes, I wonder. I reckon because it's open world, we're looking at a 40 to 60 hour game. It's just going to be my overall estimation. I feel like 40 to 60 hours sits about right, because you got like, what, Dark Souls 1's like 40 hours, Dark Souls 3's about 30 hours, Sekiro I would say is about 40 hours, Bloodborne can be as long as you want it to be, but again, a nice, easy 30-hour game right there as well. Demon Souls is a little bit shorter in my opinion, but that's, I'd say Demon Souls is like a 20-hour game if you're good at it, or if you take the time to grind a bit, then it's like a 25-hour game, but the grind will make it go quicker, so that's what it is. So I estimate we're going to have like a 40 to 60 hour game, and that's without getting into completionist kind of stuff. I don't know if they've released any information on that. If anyone does have any information, I would massively appreciate that. My heart isn't pounding, but I've got that anxiety I get when I've walked into a boss fight. So there's that, you know. I wouldn't say that's so much my heart pounding, more my heart cowering in fear from the pure adrenaline boost that you get in a boss fight, where you're just looking around like, what the fuck is going on, man? I mean, you're just trying to learn the patterns without getting hit and stuff. What I'm really interested with is, I feel that FromSoftware games really utilize their map in a good way. I feel like a lot of their sort of map and level design is designed to be really disorientated, and a lot of the time you find yourself in very close combat scenarios, close quarters as it were, and I want to see how they implement something like that into a game like this. And yes, I know there's loads of scenarios where you're sort of in, like, you're walking around a fairly big foresty kind of thing, or, you know, like a big courtyard, or whatever you want to call it, but very much what you find, especially Bloodborne and Sekiro, is there's loads of times where, and Demon Souls, you get funneled into these little smaller areas where it's really hard to maneuver, and I want to see how they incorporate that into a game that we know is going to be much bigger and more open world, because I feel like the map in itself can be part of the experience. I don't know if I'm wrong in saying that, but you know where I'm coming from? Like, a lot of the time in FromSoftware games, the map is a character itself, and it plays against you I'm not just talking about going the wrong way and learning the right pathways and stuff, but I mean, there'll be scenarios where it's very hard to maneuver with your sword or dodge around because of the way the map's laid out. And that could be down to trees and little pathways and things like that. But they do a really good job with playing against you, not only with the characters and your own what do I want to say? Like, the way that the game plays against you is it plays against you as a person. So there's a lot of moments where the second you lose all composure is the second that you die, right? And that can be just fighting a trash mob. That can be just trying to maneuver around a certain place. That could be being in the wrong position and getting slightly stuck on a bush, or your sword hitting the side of the wall, or something like that. There's loads of little things like that that really play against you. So you always have to be on guard. So I'm interested to see how that happens in a bigger sort of scenario, which is what I expect from Elden Ring, because we know it's going to be a much more sort of open environment, you know? There'll be orientation points to know where you are. Yeah, I'm sure there will, but I just want to see how it's like, how you maneuver around this world, you know? Do you think this is a raid game? I don't think so, but I do think that co-op's going to have a little bit more of a relevancy at this point in time, in this game in particular, because as I've said, a lot of the promo images we've seen have been of like co-op scenario kind of things. So here we go, we're officially at 0000. Let's go, boys. Let's go, everybody!
Peggy 16.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for taking the time to join us today.
Hey, thank you for giving us your time.
We'll show some footage of our new action RPG, Elden Ring.
Okay.
We hope it helps to convey a little of this title's mood and gameplay.
Okay. You got a nice little British guy. Sounds like the kind of guy you get in an audio exam at school. Hello, everybody. Please turn to page 4.
Elden Ring is set here, in the lands between.
Hey, you know
this
what?
This is a site of grace, acting as a place of rest for the player.
Okay, a site of grace.
Occasionally, grace will manifest rays of guiding light.
Oh shit, he just calling them out? That's so cool.
Of course, we're free to choose whether to follow this guidance, or head off to explore in a different direction.
We've got animals and such. Look at that little gang of people there. Oh my, whoa. They're not even doing anything. See, this is what I mean about traversal, you know? It looks beautiful. Like, it's got that very FromSoftware look and feel to it. But this is one thing that I said I really liked about Sekiro, and it's something that I really like about what I'm looking at right now, is them not being afraid to throw color in there. Because there's always, like, deep and dark feelings and tones, but that doesn't mean that the world needs to be deep and dark at all times, you know? He's using some magic here as well. You can fight from your mount, which is interesting as well. Oh, we've got like a spirit bow, that's pretty cool. And it has like a homing thing, do you see that? It just sort of found its target. Jesus, man. Getting slapped about, hey. Using your mount mid-fight as well, slashing at the neck, that's cool. Nice battle roll, always good to have. Smashed him. Smashed him. Okay. Okay.
Hello.
That was all cool. I'm getting like FromSoftware meets Skyrim, you know, and that's not a bad place to be in at all.
Oh, my stars. I'm so happy to see you. I am Alexander, also known as the Iron Fist. You can see I'm stuck here. Please, can you help me out of this?
It's like the guy in the little pot in Sekiro with the fish.
Those doubts to rest. I'll be just fine. I'm very well trained. Give it your all, I say.
Look at the size of that. I want to fight with that. Oh, it's... Oh, wait, the pot is a person? Talking drum kit?
Well played, good sir. Well played.
Bloodborne meets his Witcher 3.
Mighty wallop of yours almost spelled the end of me.
It's a really weird put together presentation, but I'm not mad at it at all. That outfit looks dope. Turn around. I want to see the front of it. I want to see the front of it, please. I like this outfit a lot. Let's see the front, though. Looking like Kakashi Sensei or something. Hold up.
The map can prove useful when exploring the world, and is populated by acquiring map fragments.
I love that old worldy Lord of the Rings style look to the map.
We can use markers to customize the map, such as setting reminders for the location of crafting materials or dangerous enemies.
Yo! This looks huge!
Beacons can also be placed to help with orientation. Beacons placed on the map appear in the world.
Nice, okay, yeah. Standard.
Spirit springs can be used while on horseback to launch high into the air.
Yeah, nice.
This allows for stress-free traversal of areas with a great deal of verticality.
This is so good. What's the lightning doing to the floor there? There's so much animals and stuff around. That's so cool. The eagles? Bro, this mount is so cool. Got a little spyglass.
The carriage over there is carrying treasure.
Okay.
An opportunity too good to pass up.
Alright, get in there and scrap it out. Or are we going to go
We'll
stealth
prepare
mode?
for combat with some item crafting, using materials found in the world.
Making sleek bone arrows. I want to see the front of this character model, man. Get the arrow back. That feels like a waste of an arrow. You were right behind him. Looks like you do get the arrow back. Okay. Look at his sword as well there. A little bit of a scimitar influence. Great.
Enemy stance can be broken with heavy strikes, such as when attacking from above.
Alright, yeah. Oh wow, look at that. It's got like spirit moves.
A variety of unique attacks can also be interchanged between weapons.
This combat looks like something else as well, man.
In more perilous situations, we can summon spirits to assist us in battle.
What?
Spirits vary greatly in type, so we look forward to players experimenting and finding their personal favorites.
Okay, so almost like gives you like a hunter ability from WoW. Choose which spirits you want to fight with, have them fight for you. I guess you collect the spirits around the map and such. I wonder if you can turn... I wonder what you can turn into a spirit to fight for you as well. Every piece of armor I've seen
Online
so far is
multiplayer
really
can
cool.
also be enjoyed with players from other worlds, from cooperative to PvP and invasions.
See? See? From cooperative. They want you to play with friends. It actually looks great. I was worried it would look a little bit dated. It doesn't look dated.
Deadly creatures stalk this forest, so we'll use stealth to avoid detection.
Oh no. I want to see him fight one of these deadly creatures. Size of that tree as well. Stealth.
We've come across a boss guarding this area. We'll take it on with the help of our co-op partner.
Just out of nowhere? Oh, they're messing him up though. Uh-oh. Look at the dude's weapon, man. That's so cool. Spirit arrow. Oh my god. He's got a dragon's head weapon. Are you seeing that? It's like a dragon's head on a stick that shoots fire. This looks like all of their games rolled into one. He does remind me of the Sekiro, the first boss, the guy on the first boss you fight in Sekiro. I love that there's like not that much full damage, apparently. That's cool. This is what I was wondering about, like dungeon-y kind of things. Looks like it. It's a little campfire, lamp, whatever you want to call it.
Catacombs, caves, mines, and other dungeons can be found while out exploring the world.
Dungeons confirmed.
These dungeons each hold their own secrets, from hidden treasures to fearsome bosses.
Oh no, and little puzzly challenges? Who's this they're running around with? Oh, thank you, kind sir. He's got like Wolverine claws. That's pretty cool. This all looks absolutely crazy yet again. Puzzles confirmed. No, please no. What did I do to deserve this?
Greetings, traveller from beyond the fog.
Oh, we're going to be called Traveller in this one?
I am Melina.
Welcome, Traveller. What brings you round here, Traveller? Penny for your thoughts, Traveller? Oh shit, it's an ego.
I offer you an accord.
It's like 15 minutes. Oh, it's still got more.
We've reached Stormvale Castle.
Jeez, look at that, man.
A large-scale dungeon which connects seamlessly with the surrounding Limgrave region.
Yeah. This is what you know what? You know what?
Come over here, would you?
Hey, this game looks so good.
You're tarnished, aren't you? I would advise against taking the main gate into the castle. It's tightly guarded by hardened old hands. Oh, try the opening right here. The guards don't know about it. You'll breach the castle undetected.
No, I'll use the main entrance. Come on, man. Use the main entrance.
Fair enough. You certainly don't have to trust me. Well, if you must go through the gates, I'll signal them to open.
Alright, thanks,
But
buddy.
of course, I'd advise against it.
Well, I get to make my own choices. That's what being an adult is. Come on.
Gates! Open the gates!
I kind of don't want them to show us what happens. You know? I kind of want to just play, like... Yeah, okay. Alright. Okay, yeah. Let's not go that way. Yep.
The main route seems risky, so we'll try entering through a back way.
Well, he bloody gave you the option. Bro, this is, What? We got a Warhammer as well? Look at this, man. Like a proper Warhammer. Set him on fire, I dare you. He's just gonna run past him, he doesn't even care.
Extra care should be taken when moving through dungeons, as visibility and terrain differ from when in the open.
This is so sick, man.
We hope players enjoy getting a feel for the different types of areas and coming up with suitable strategies for each.
You should have known. You should have known. Did you see that, dude? Oh, why is it not out now, man? Genuinely, why is it not out now? I love that we got a jump. That's really, really cool. Look at that, man.
Dungeons are complex and multi-layered, meaning they can be tackled from a number of routes.
That's really cool as well. And look at this guy's hat. Can we get that hat?
Nice to meet you. The pleasure's mine. Roger is the name.
Roger.
Sorcerer, as you might have guessed. I'm looking for a little something.
Looks like the
here in
sorting hat.
castle. When I'm not hot-footing it from the troops, that is. But enough about me. What are you doing here in Stormvale Castle?
Just
This
killing
place is
stuff.
bristling with tarnished hunters, you know. They sacrifice our kind for grafting. Not exactly a place I'd stroll into without a purpose in mind.
That's like a parry into a just finishing move right there. Hit the parry perfectly, got the animation, staggered him, finished him off. Seeing this game properly for the first time is just...
In this next boss fight,
I can't believe
we
it.
challenge one of the demigods, ruler of Stormvale, Godric the Golden.
Godric the Golden, one of the demigods? Let's have a little look. Yes.
Mighty dragon, thou'rt a true-born heir. Lend me thy strength, O kindred. Deliver me unto greater heights. Well,
Oh no.
lonely tarnished, playing as a lord. I command thee, kneel! I am the lord of all that is golden.
Man, he's got arms upon arms. Oh, we get to see a bit of the fight as well. Okay, he's imbued his sword with something. Yo! You can call cool in your spirit monster when you're fighting a boss, obviously, as well. Look at this! What was that attack? Oh, you got the dragon head thing. Maybe you defeat him to get it as a weapon, because we saw someone use it as a weapon earlier. Cook him! Cook him alive!
Thank you for watching.
Thank you
This
for
was just a
showing!
brief introduction to Elden Ring's fundamentals, but more details will be revealed at a later date. There's not long to go now before release. In the meantime, we greatly appreciate your continued support.
The tarnished
Wow.
will soon return.
Wow. Now rise, tarnished.
Someone must extinguish thy flame.
With Kool-Aid?
They will fight. And they will die. For how else is a champion to be born?
Bro! Alright, let's do what we always do. We're going to break it now. I'm going to run it in the background. I'm just going to straight up open the floor to you guys. What, talk to me. What did you like? What didn't you like? What's your thoughts and feelings right now? We saw a lot in there, man. We saw a lot in there. I am registered for the closed beta. I really do hope I get access to it, but hey, it is what it is, man. We might do, we might not. I am so impressed. What I will say is, I'm so impressed with how this looks like its own game. A lot of people were just like, oh, it's just going to be open world Dark Souls, and that's great. It's not. Firstly, it's not. It's open world FromSoftware game. They have managed to combine everything they've been working on. You know? Like, they've managed to combine everything they've been working on into what looks like one sort of big thank you letter and just homage to everything they've done, but at the same time create something completely new and original with it as well. I am very, very blown away with how different the combat looks, the array of weapons look, the different options you have as well in combat. We saw fighting on the back of your mount. We saw fighting with a different array of weapons. We saw co-op fighting. We saw everything that we needed to see, from magic to bows to a whole array of different sort of sword plays and axes. And one of my favorite things in there that I saw was the warhammer in the traditional design of a warhammer, where you've got the head of the hammer, obviously you've got a piercing back to the hammer, and you've got the actual spear on the end, so it's a massive useful pole arm weapon. Gamebite in the chat, how's it going, man? How you doing? We have been spoiled. I didn't know what they were going to show us with 15 minutes, but I'm happy at everything I saw, you know? The only thing I didn't like is that I can't play it soon. I mean, yeah, 100%. Like, I feel very teased. I feel very sad that we knew that this was going to happen a little bit. Like, we could have got this earlier, but we're not. And that's not the end of the world either. Some really, really, really interesting things being displayed. And I think one of the most interesting things about all of this is the fact that not only is it open world in its outline, like the size of the map and everything we saw, very impressive, but in its mentality, the way that they said you can approach the dungeons in various different ways to get to where you're going is very, very, very interesting to me, because, you know, a lot of FromSoftware feels very, very linear, at least for the most part. Whereas this actually seems to be opening up your options across the board. The way you choose to engage, the way you choose to take on any of these scenarios has really been thought about from the look of it so far, at least. You know, a talking pot man, enough said. Talking pot man was my name in college. But, yeah, overall, just variety. I'm very, 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 very excited by just every shot they show you is so purposeful. Like every area, every different outfit they've shown us, like everything in this showcase serves a purpose. Seeing that castle as well in all of its glory was an absolute epic moment for me. I love the design on the map as well. The way that the map is looking is awesome. I love that you can stealth approach from different angles instead of brute force everything from the front. Yeah, exactly. That's the biggest word I want to associate with this is variety. You know, it's got this sort of approach that you can take. Like, you have to have it in a world like this where there's so much you can do. And I think from that, what we're going to see is loads of interesting plays. I'm really looking forward to seeing some of the sort of speed runs that come out of this game, especially speed running certain dungeons and things, let alone the whole game. But yeah, everything in here is super intriguing, man. And at the same time, they've still only shown enough to keep mystery complete. Like, I know how the game works now, but what the game is about, your guess is as good as mine. There's FromSoftware games we've completed and we still can't tell you what the storyline is completely without going to watch a video. So, yeah, I think they've done a really, really good job. I love the sense of color in this as well. My only piece of negative feedback from some FromSoftware games is that they make everything too dark and glitchy. Did you notice there's a giant up on that ridge there? I didn't see that before. There's actually a giant up on the... As he's approaching through the lightning, there's actually like a giant over in his top right, just chilling on this corner. Check this out. Over here. Just up here. It's like, how menacing is that? Just seeing this just a giant dude just chilling up there. And the beauty of it is you can go kill that guy! As I said, very, very, like, I know Witcher's a good comparison as well, but there's something so sort of, you know, Elder Scrolls feeling about this. Also, I think this will take me 500 hours. I'm not surprised. Completionist on this game is going to be like 100 hours plus, isn't it? Like, for the people that really want to get everything done. Which is good, because they take so long in between releasing games. So by the time you finally get finished with this one, the next one will finally be out. But yeah, I can't believe that this is what they've been working on. And that in theory, we are actually getting a supposed PlayStation exclusive FromSoftware game in the near future as well. It seems like the whole team's been working really, really well on this. Am I happy that it's coming out on multiple platforms? Yes, I am. They didn't explain anything about the multiplayer feature and if that will be cross-platform at all. I really hope it will be. Obviously, I'm going to be playing this on my PlayStation, but it would be really nice to team up with people and such. As Danny said as well, interested in the co-op mode they mentioned. Yeah, I mean, it definitely feels like this has scope. The fight, man, the animations are really interesting as well. Like, watch how he fights this guy quickly. Like, what's that, man? He just used, like, the wind blade or something. Like, what was that? And then he comes up with a different approach for fighting this guy. And it seems so, like... Did you see the way... It seems like they've got the influence from games like Sekiro and Bloodborne all up in here as well. I can't believe it. Forgot about this. Being able to call in little minions fighting spirits for you. That's another cool weapon. That's a double-bladed Darth Maul looking kind of sword thing. That's really cool. It's actually really, really cool. I like the look of that a lot. It's like a double-edged katana. Wonder if it splits into two weapons like that or if it just stays as one. Crazy, man. Absolutely crazy across the board. Like, absolutely nuts. Can't believe that they've been quiet for a reason, you know? And I can't believe we were all like, oh man, Elden Ring's never gonna come out. Bro, they was busy working on it. They was busy making sure it is good to go, you know? Little pieces of detail like that statue on the right has no head and things like that. The way it moves together looks really, really good. Also, magic attacks look great. We'll probably run magic build. You know, I haven't done a magic build yet. I'm very much a sort of like two-armed swordsman, you know? I like my claymores and weapons of those sort of descriptions. But it'd be interesting to see what kind of route I take with this. You see these hooded guys? They remind me so much. You see this guy here? Over here. This guy is straight out of like old Yharnam. Like, you know, like it reminds me a lot of those little guys whose necks extend in that area in Bloodborne. But then it's also got like the freakish sort of Lovecraftian tentacle face approach that you see a bit later in the game of Bloodborne as well. So that's really cool. Really, really liking all of this. It would have been interesting to see them attack it, but I like how they've obviously left that in. So you go, well, I might go fight one of those, you know? The Elder Scrolls meets Dragon's Dogma in Dark Souls universe. Well, yeah, this is it. Like, it looks like it can sit in perfectly with the genre that it wants to be a part of, but then it's remembering that we're still part of a FromSoftware game, which just means the combat's going to be so pleasurable. Is it going to be frustrating? Hell yeah, it's going to be frustrating, but that's part of the challenge, man. And I'm really looking forward to actually playing a FromSoftware game at the same time as everybody else. A lot of the time, for me, going back and playing these games, there were already solutions in play. There were already tactics and ways to move around. If you really did get stuck on something, you could go do research, or someone could tell you, hey, this is how you should approach that. With this being brand new, it's going to be really nice to actually see the FromSoftware community completely involved in something and figuring these things out together and such. I think that's going to be really, really cool, you know? Again, the red lightning pulled straight out of Sekiro with this, like, it's just... And there's that dragon's head that I assume we get later on once we've defeated that Godrid... What's it called? Godfrey? Godric or something? The gold-like or whatever. And yeah, some really cool different attacks as well. Beast Mode Gaming, welcome. We were live. We're still live, but the preview has already happened. I'm just running it in the background on silent now while we discuss the things we've seen. All very, very interesting. All looks awesome. The environment as well. I was worried about how well they put together, but it looks so traditional to their aesthetic. But it still looks pretty updated, which I think is good as well. But a simple change to that is just making it in daylight. Like, is making it in sunlit environments, you know? I think that's really, really cool. I like this idea of the dungeons as well, where things seem to get a lot more sort of Dark Souls-esque down here. You know, you got like the skeleton dudes popping out and such. Love the use of lighting as well. All of the things that they've done well in previous games, they've just pulled together for this game and really, really sort of doubled down on everything that makes them great. Not happy about sort of puzzle scenarios and dungeons, but hey, it is what it is. I'm going to have to live with it and learn from it. But yeah, again, all of the outfits. I love this little... It looks like magic builds are the main focus. So much efforts in those effects. Yeah, but if this is anything like recent games, they have built it so you can play it however you want to play it, which I think's awesome as well. It'd be very interesting to see how different people utilize all of the different weaponry and options afforded to them, you know? So really actually looking forward to this. Just want to play it now. Just want to play it now. And we can't. That's the saddest part. They full well teased us, knowing that all we were going to want to do the second that this was done is play the game. And yet, we can't. Not yet. It's got like scarring over our hands and stuff. There's all these like really cool little attentions to detail. Don't you feel like this the little cutscene parts are so much like Final Fantasy-esque? You can't redeem rap mode on here because it doesn't work like that. And yeah, and then traditional FromSoftware look with these with this castle, which I think was a great way to sort of pull up towards the end. Were you guys saying this was Patches? I swear Patches is confirmed to be in this game. Be interesting to see how they put him in. But yeah. The only thing I'm more annoyed about is that we can't play it. Like, that's it. Like, this is great. It looks awesome. I love this outfit as well. Kind of Valkyrie-esque, almost. You know, you got the little wings on the shoulder pads and things like that. But, it's almost there. I know, we're getting close. Don't get me wrong. February's not that far away. Okay? It's not that far away. It's also not that close. It's not so far away. Oh, man. Why is February so stacked? Like, you can't bring this and Horizon out at the same time. Both of those games are games that you're going to want to get lost and put the hours into correctly. And they're coming out so close together now. In January, I was fine because I was like, oh, I'll just play through this until Horizon comes out. But I don't think that's going to be an option now. It's going to be very interesting to decide how to play through everything that's coming out in February. Obviously, this takes a level of priority. Oh, I just... And this move as well. Where he just summons 3 skeleton guys in. Like, how's he done that? How's he done that? Take my money, 100%, man. I love that you can just like the changing in between weapons as well here. They really did a good job of displaying so much. Like, they've displayed so much variety in this 10 to 15 minute preview, which is crazy. It's actually crazy. I love that bows are a thing as well. I'll buy a collector's edition. Have you seen what the collector's edition's coming with? You get like a statue and a steelbook and a whole bunch of good stuff. Gatsby, welcome. Hadushum's welcome, man. Always check your corners, boys. Here's a glimpse of that armed freak down there as well. I probably shouldn't call him that, but what else do you call him, man? He's a fucking freak with like 50 arms. Is that the technically correct term? I don't think it is. I don't think you can say that. But that dude's definitely a freaky guy. The jump mechanic as well, as pointed out by Dan, they did have a jump in Sekiro, but they've not had it in any other games. Really, really cool to see. Like there's clearly a jump button, right? Which is very, very interesting. But in a world like this where traversal is going to take priority, it makes sense that they've opened up your options to move it around the map as well. And you got your little crouch mode as well for your stuff, which is good. Yeah. I really want this guy's hat, man. I'm sorry, it looks like the Sorting Hat. If you actually look and zoom in on it, like, they've put a face on that hat. They knew what they were doing with that design. They knew it. They've put a face on it for a reason. But, yeah. What more can I say, bro? You watched the same thing I watched. We'll watch a tiny bit of this boss fight at the end as well. Like, look at this guy, man. Look at this guy. He's got more arms than he does weapons. How's that work out? You'd think he'd have a weapon for every single arm, but he doesn't. He only chooses to use a few arms. Yeah, you can jump, baby. Confirmed. So I said he put Kool-Aid on his sword earlier as well, which is like, yeah, fair play. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Again, being able to call in a big old spirit thing, how long does it last? It looks pretty strong. And then he does like a spirit sword attack. Like, the combat looks crazy to me. And this guy has got some serious range, man, and some serious movesets as well. And there's the dragon attached. So at some point in the fight, you must attach the dragon's head to his arm. Like, for a second phase, maybe even a third phase, who knows. This guy's doing stuff, bro. This guy is doing scary stuff, man. He looks very challenging. In a good way. Like this move, come on. There was little to no telegraph on that, man. I'm definitely going to die to that a couple times. And there it is, boys. There it is. Thank you for watching. I will repeat what they said. Thank you for watching. Thank you all for joining me. I know it's been a little bit of a while. Big love to Gamebite for passing through. Make sure you check them out. Make sure everybody lets me know your thoughts and feelings if there's anything I missed in the comments and such. I should be back streaming this evening on twitch.tv/Bamalam Plays. As I've said, I've not been 100%. I still don't even feel 100% now. I feel pretty damn cold. But we powered through. There's no way I was going to miss an Elden Ring gameplay announcement, you know? So we made it. We made it. As long as I don't throw up, I'll be okay. Thank you all. That's it, man. Go online. Go get hype, bro. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Go get hype. This is no longer a myth or rumor. This is something that is 100% tangible and happening, as you can see here. Game of the Year quite potentially is 100% a Game of the Year contender already. And it's not even the year yet, you know? So thank you all very, very much. I'm going to go recover. I'm going to go have some food and hopefully be better for some streaming this evening. Yeah. Good to be back, though. Good to see so many nice familiar faces and names and everyone in the chat. I hope you're all doing very, very well. Hopefully by next week we'll be back to regular programming and such. But you do got to listen when your body's trying to die on you. So take care of yourselves. Look out for each other. I've been Bamalam. You've been the Famalam. You've been awesome. Thank you to everyone. Elden Ring. It's happening. And if you're not excited after that, you're probably dead on the inside.